So a lifting surface. A lifting surface. The last thing you want when you're training is a slippery lifting surface.
I wore the wrong size.
At the very least, it's inefficient and a good way to miss a lift. And at the very most, it's a real good way to accidentally end up doing the splits and perhaps get injured in the process. So a lifting surface with reasonable friction is rather important. It's especially important in the Olympic lifts. You can imagine, say, in the split jerk, for example, where your feet are leaving the ground and then coming back to earth. Friction is real important. It's especially important because you've got some decent front to back force between your feet, so you don't want to end up doing the splits. But it's also important in the slow lifts as well. You don't want any chance under a heavy squat of your feet slipping. But depending on where you train, you may occasionally have problems with a surface that could get a little bit slick. For instance, we have MDF on our platforms. Now, MDF is real great in general, and you can watch, we'll link to one of our videos below on how we put these platforms together. MDF is real great, but it absorbs a whole lot of stuff, so we decided to urethane our platforms. But if you urethane MDF, it can get real slick, so we mixed a little bit of sand in the process. And that certainly helps. That being said, during the summer, we're an open air gym. So if you get kind of a funky temperature or humidity change every once in a while, it doesn't happen very often, but every once in a while, you can have conditions that can make it for a little bit more slick of a surface than you would like to have. So if you train at home, in your garage, or in a humid environment, those of you who have played summer league basketball in open air gymnasiums, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Every once in a while, you can have conditions that create for a slick floor. Or you just may have a surface that is already slick to begin with. So, what to do? The answer is rosin powder. It's cheap, you can get it. This is the Mueller brand, but there's a whole bunch of different companies that make it. We'll link to this below, or you can get it on Amazon. You can get it in rock or crystal form, but it's rosin powder. You don't have to buy very much of it. This is 4 ounces. We've had it for a couple years, and we still have some left. I actually probably need to get some more. But what you basically got here is magnesium carbonate and rock rosin. So you effectively have chalk mixed with tree resin is what you've got here. You don't need to use very much. It's not the goal to get it all over the surface of your platform. It's the goal to get it on your shoes. So when you use this stuff, just sprinkle a little bit on your platform, on your lifting surface, and again, just a little bit. And then you need to kind of grind your shoes in it, just kind of stab your shoes in it over and over again until all of the stuff that you put on your platform is now on your shoes. So you'll know that you're done doing it when there's not any left on the platform. You also know that you've got too much on your platform, or you didn't do a good job of getting it on your shoes if when you walk around the room you start leaving white footprints on the floor. This is real useful stuff. Rosin is actually, by IWF rules and regulations, it's actually required to be at every single weightlifting meet. Rarely have I actually seen it at local meets, but it's supposed to actually be there because it can make a big difference if you've got a slick lifting surface. So go out and get yourself some rosin powder. It's about 10 or 15 bucks. It'll probably last you for your lifetime, and we hope this helps you get stronger and live better.